Imagine making a video, recording that video, editing that video, uploading that video, talking about Neptunia Rebirth Trilogy, how it's never coming to the West, for it just to drop an hour later that it's coming to the West for PS4. Yeah, couldn't be me.
Who's he?
Kentman!
He's not important!
Okay. Hello, gamers and collectors. It's your boy Kentman, bringing you that JRPG and fan service content you deserve. Yes, right after I got done filming my video for the 7 fan service games that has good prices, in that video I talked about the Rebirth Trilogy, how you should buy it on Steam right now because it has good prices. You can get all 3 games for $15. Seems like a pretty good deal. But along that, I was saying that these games originally was supposed to come out for the Switch as well, but ended up getting canceled because of Nintendo's views. So now we're never going to get the games. Well, ID Factory decided to kind of hear what I was saying before I even posted the video and said, hey, fuck it, let's just bring it to PlayStation now. So now all 3 games are coming to PlayStation, which is great. Now, the thing about these games is, one, I'm happy that we're finally going to be able to get them in the West. It's just going to be coming out 2025 for the US and Europe, but these games are already out in 2024. Here we are on the Japanese PSN store. If you go over here, type in Neptunia. We technically don't even have to type in the whole thing, but we're going to just because the sake of the video. And immediately, Rebirth 2 and 3 will pop up. If you're wondering where Rebirth 1 is, well, in 2020, they released the new enhanced version of Rebirth called Rebirth for the PS5. And some people liked it, some people didn't like it because it wasn't technically Rebirth, but it wasn't, yada yada. It was a good game, I enjoyed it, I liked it a lot. However, it wasn't the actual Rebirth 1, but in their eyes of ID Factory, it was. So at that point, they just put Rebirth 2 and Rebirth 3 because technically it is the same story, just different enhancements, but it is the same story for all 3 games. And these games came out in 2024 of August 8th. Obviously, fans were like, well, why are we not getting these in the West? If you don't know, which you should know, Sony at that time were very much censoring a lot of anime and Japanese games. And I guess ID Factory was kind of tired of that. So they decided to go to Nintendo because they wasn't censoring the games. But then they started censoring the games. So then it left ID Factory in this kind of weird limbo state, like, well, we can't bring our games to Nintendo Switch or Sony, but then Sony kind of started leaving up on censoring games. So now ID Factory is going back to Sony, and now we're getting these games in the West, even though we should have already had them. But that's regardless of the point. The fact is we'll be able to have them, and at the same time, we'll also have Rebirth 1 coming to the West as well. So here we are on Gematsu, where it shows the more details about this information. Is that Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth Trilogy for PS4 coming to the West in 2025. ID Factory International will release the PlayStation 4 versions of Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1, 2, and 3, both physically and digitally in North America and Europe in 2025, the publisher announced. Details on the physical release as well as the PlayStation Store page will be available at a later date. Now, with the whole tariff situation happening, I'm not going to go into it too much. I wonder if this is going to affect that. If they're going to have to find someone else like NIS America, because normally NIS America does handle a lot of publishers for Japanese games for the West nowadays, or will they just do it themselves? Which they kind of did, but with Rebirth 1, but it was through PlayStation, so PlayStation kind of helped them get that over here, but now things is different, so it's going to be hard to say if that's going to be the case. But Hyperdimension Rebirth 1, an enhanced port of Rebirth, Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth, originally launched on the PlayStation 4 May 31st, 2018 in Japan. While it was never released in the West, the PlayStation 5 title Rebirth, which is a further enhanced version of the release worldwide, which is actually not true. I don't know, this is actually not right. Rebirth did come out to the West. I have it. It's on the system. It did come out in 2020. But maybe they felt like the PS4, there was a PS4 version of Rebirth, and that one didn't come out. And then they just enhanced it and made it a PS5 game. Maybe that's what they mean. That's probably what they mean. Which is a further version of what was released worldwide. The PS4 versions of Rebirth 2 and 3 was released in Japan alongside the Switch versions on May 2023, 2024. A Switch port of Hyperdimension Neptunia. A Switch port of Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1 was also released at the same date. The Switch versions of the trilogy originally was to release in the West, but were canceled after being informed that the games did not comply with Nintendo guidelines, which we still don't know what that actually means. And I don't think we'll ever know I guess it's going to be something between ID Factory and Nintendo. ID Factory International originally told Gamatsu it had no plans to release the PlayStation 4 versions, which has now changed because, they can't release it on the Switch and they're already on PC. So, I mean, Sony's the only one that they can release it to. So, hopefully, with this information, this also lets us get this game. It also lets this game, this is Hyperdimension Noir, which, Hyper Devotion Noir, sorry. This is Hyper Devotion Noir, which I did do an unboxing for. And this game was also released on the Switch that somehow got on the Japanese side, but not on the West side. That is in kind of a limbo right now. And I wonder if they're going to do the same thing with these games as well, for it to come to the PlayStation 5 version or PS4 version, and we'll be able to get this in the West. Because if that's the case, then I'll open that version and see what it looks like inside, and I'll just keep this one sealed for the Switch version. Am I going to buy the game again and double dip? You goddamn right, because I'm a Neptunia fan and I just don't know when not to buy Neptunia stuff. It would be cool to see all the other games. So it would be able to see action in all the other games that's on Steam, that's just been on Steam for a long time, or Vita versions. So it'd be nice to see a lot of the games be on PlayStation 5 or PS4 technically, but you'd be able to play on PlayStation 5. So this is good news. I mean, it was a weird roundabout way to get here, but we got here, and that's a good deal for Neptunia fans. I do hope this does eventually lead to the Neptunia trilogy releasing on Xbox, because I feels like the move is to move multi-platinum. I mean, except for Switch, because Switch doesn't want them. But Xbox, I'm sure, will take them, because they just got Game R Evolutions not too long ago. So, and I do think there might be a port for Neptunia Riders vs. Dongles coming to Xbox soon. So it feels like the next move is to put all the Neptunia games on Xbox as well. So we should make that happen, because we need all the money we need for the series so we can eventually get new, better games for Neptunia, which they did state that they are working on. And hopefully it really shows the series moving into a bigger and better direction. At least that's the hope idea. Now, this also makes me wonder, are we going to get two versions of Rebirth on the PS4 and PS5? So we'll have Rebirth and we'll have Rebirth at the same time. So it'll be two different versions of the game, even though they're the same game but different. I feels like they made this all complicated for no reason. But hey, it wouldn't be Neptunia if it wasn't complicated. You know what I mean? It's just how it is with the Neptunia series. So I guess that means I have to finish platinum this game before Rebirth 1 comes out, because I'm only one trophy away from platinum this game, and I've been trying to platinum this game for almost 5 years now since the game came out. And the only trophy that's left to get is this stupid Coliseum trophy, which is the hardest mission in the entire game, because you have to get to almost levels of billion to even get through the Coliseum. That is all the information we got for right now. So that is good news for Neptunia fans, that at least we're getting these games, these enhanced ports, well, not enhanced ports, but we're getting the Rebirth trilogy for the West that people can play them and enjoy them on modern hardware, which is cool. And hopefully eventually at least some people will be able to play it on Xbox, because that would be cool too. Even though they technically can already play it through Steam, but you know, it's not the same thing, you know. Bird needs some love too. Because, you know, Blanc, she doesn't want the games apparently. Maybe because Neptunia is the main star, not her. Anyway, but either way, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this information, let me know down in the comments down below what you guys think. Are you happy, sad about these games coming? Or are you sad that they're not coming on Switch still? Or whatever. Let me know down in the comments down below, because I would love to know what you guys think. And with that being said, what game besides the Rebirth trilogy would you like to see on the PlayStation 4 outside the Vita version? Me, besides Neptunia, Hyper Devotion Noir, I would love to see Action U, because it was a really cool game, had a nice good Dynasty Warriors kind of feel to it, and it would be cool to see that on the system. But I would like to see all the games on the PS4 so I can play them and platinum them on PS4 and not the Vita. Anyway, but thank you so much for watching. I'm trying to hit 10K by the end of the year, and with your help and support, I could definitely do that. And with that being said, I will see you in the next video next time. Bye me.